fuck is happening?
So the one time the day I decided to never talk about the craziest shows I've ever been to again was the one day when I explained to somebody what going to a show is like when they turn off the lights, lock the doors, have heavy objects and backpacks and boogie boarding on your
Oh
head.
no, motherfuckers don't know what it's like to get the venue locked from the inside.
Yeah.
No, they don't got to deal with
I
that
I
yet.
said that to somebody and they just kind of looked at me like
That's a crime.
they're like
Now you can't leave.
they looked at me like I literally just like took them hostage.
That's a fire hazard.
And explain them to that, and I was like, I wish I could tell you that was like a one-time thing.
Dude, I've been hit. I've been hit with lit up fireworks, pieces of wood that are on fire. A lot of fire
Yeah.
at shows.
I got surfed on at a show.
I've
I'm like,
gone
how is that
stra-
possible?
I've gone straight through a wall in somebody's basement, just
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, don't book a basement show. That's silly behavior.
yeah, that's very silly.
Not my house.
Yeah, I don't know. I stopped explaining that shit a long time ago because I told it not a story, but like a vague
Just come.
description of like getting doors locked on you and like the lights being turned off, and then all you have to judge is like using your fucking bat ultrasonic.
Yeah, dude,
Like
there's no way out. You're
like
fucked.
you just I'm like, here's the distinction. I'm like, you don't know where anything is. You just got to listen to how far or how close the keys are.
That's a different era, though.
I was like,
the Carabiners and North
no.
Face. It's a different era, dude.
I was like, you got to listen to how far or how close the keys are jingling. And I was like, and then you can find out where the people are.
Chase always says, like, I've learned everybody's mosh moves, so I can just, like, when they come near,
Yeah.
he's like, I've been around everybody so long.
You can
that
just
I know
kind
everybody's
of tell.
moves.
Like that's the difference.
You got to earn your spot, dude. You should be fucking scared. You shouldn't go to a show and be like, nothing bad could happen. One, you shouldn't go anywhere and think nothing bad could
Yeah,
happen.
we've talked about that,
But
yeah.
shows aren't inherently dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
like, when was the last time you saw some mass thing happen at a show? Doesn't happen, right?
Right.
Like that, it's a safe environment to be at.
With
But you-
self-awareness.
Yeah, but you're gonna get your fucking head kicked in.
Until you make it not.
Yeah,
safe.
like that. But you got to take your bruises and lumps. Like it doesn't. Like I see people. I don't have a TikTok, but I see the when they get to Instagram, people talking about like how crowd killing or hate moshing or whatever the fuck you want to call it is low vibrational energy and like all these fucking
low vibrational
cuck
energy is
losers,
hilarious.
dude. And it's just like you'll never change it ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like you and the other side of
The world.
that
Your
record label.
dissertation.
The
Yeah,
nor-
you,
the
you, you
normies.
and your fucking, I don't want to use a band that's like friends with everybody. I'm trying to use you and the posse side of hardcore can hang out and be fine.
Yeah.
But when you come to like a show that has more aggression, more energy, more whatever, shut the fuck up. We're all getting hit at some point.
Right.
That's the point.
It just happens.
And shows are not nearly as bad as they were like old head status here, like when we
Right.
were younger, or even before that when the OGs were younger.
Yeah.
Like we're about to play a show in Western Mass. Revenge's reunion show
Yeah.
for Jeff Lankowski. He just died. He was a Western Mass kid, and Revenge
be super
decided to
fun.
come back and yeah. So and we're playing Western Mass. I went to a Western Mass show. It was Death Threat, the Acacia Strain, Hate Your Guts. Just all the local legends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I watched a guy get his head turned into fucking mush with a cinder block, and nobody gave a shit. Nobody cared. He was just getting his fucking shit ran for whatever reason, whatever he did, who cares? And nobody cared. Granted, the venue stopped doing shows for a long time after that,
Right,
but it's like
yeah.
you guys don't understand how good you have it.
Yeah.
Like,
There's-
as far as,
there's
like-
not that like
There's no reason to be fucking a
edge.
crybaby on the internet about somebody getting fucking moshed on.
yeah.
Don't
I
come.
just
Go
don't
home.
think there's that sense of like concern of your like physical well-being anymore until like you make it a problem. But like I remember just like growing up and going to shows, there was always like, am I gonna get hurt tonight? But I'm
Yeah.
still gonna go.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what
half
I mean?
the fun.
That's like, am I gonna get hurt? But I'm still gonna go. Was kind of like your attitude that you had to have, and then you had to be very accepting about like, if I get hurt, I just need to get hurt, and
That's
carry
it.
it and get hurt. That's it.
Like you
just
can't like the
like-
motherfuckers that like I knew hardcore was changing when people started making GoFundMe's and suing venues and trying to sue bands for mosh injuries or like stage dive injuries.
Suing for mosh injuries is crazy
No,
talk.
like you're a tourist. You should have never been here in the first place because you should understand how hard it is for bands to make a living at this level in this genre. You know what I mean? Like how besides like fucking Code Orange, who's living off their money? That
Yeah,
made it.
that's-
Like
yeah,
you know what I'm
that's a very
saying? Like
unique-
Knocked Loose, maybe?
Yeah, Knocked
You know, from the
Loose.
community, like who made it? Who's living off of it?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like so you're gonna try to sue a band. Okay, well you suck.
Punk
You're
as
gonna
fuck.
yeah, super punk, dude. You're gonna try to sue the venue, which okay, you should understand how hard it is to keep venues. You know, like
Yeah, it's not the venue's fault, first of all.
yeah, no,
Like,
it's your dumbass fault for going to the show. You didn't. You
Right.
got stage dove on because you were standing there, not because the venue let you in. You fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like, so you're a tourist and you're cancer to this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to make a GoFundMe because you got hurt and people support you. That's fine. But when you start attacking the community in that way, like,
they're the outlier. Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing
You're
we
the
did was
liability
the
here.
problem.
Yeah.
Nothing we did was an issue. You were the outsider that came in and started a problem. That's how. That's how. You know.
It's people who don't understand it. Like, how often do you see a mosh fight anymore? Almost never, because everybody understands it. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, no one's.
There's a sense of show etiquette that we've like come accustomed to over the years. That like, you know what's wrong, you know what to do, and you know
Yeah.
when to walk away. You know, like there's all these things at play, but like you don't really have to. Like for instance, it was the first show I went to in like 8 years. The landscape was so different to me.
For real. It feels
It,
different.
it felt very different, and Steve kind of like had to explain to me. And they're like, "This is how it is now." Like, just like all these young kids, and like they're super cool now. Every band kind of rules now, and like everybody shows up for the first song of the first band and shit like that.
The ruining venue generation grew up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I
We
mean?
ran out.
We
Yeah,
ran
yeah,
out.
yeah. We got tired of it.
We ran out. But like it was weird because it was just a whole different landscape than I was used to, and like that's
It's cool
weird
now.
to me.
I like so
it's
TikTok,
cool.
COVID and TikTok. Like, I know the show that did it. It was Mexi's fucking show with Alpha and Omega, and Section Hate and Dead City at the fucking underpass in LA. That had like the helicopters and the fireworks and the fires and the guns and all
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
That went viral on TikTok, and everyone's like, I don't know if I like the music, but I like the vibe. And then all of a sudden, shows that started. Everyone, yeah, no, for real.
I like that.
Everyone wanted to come out of their house, so
like
that was
that.
like, oh, I'm gonna go to the fucking punk rock show, and then it's blown up, and people are buying merch, and hardcore is like cool again, cool, quote unquote,
Right.
cool. But with that comes a watering down,
A
of
learning
sorts.
curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's people are still smashing each other, and that's fine. But like I say this to the young kids all the time. I'm like, look around. You see all your friends? Half of them won't be here next year. Half of them you'll have fucked up. Half of them will become drug addicts. Half of them will try to
other
fuck
shit.
your girl or fuck off, or they were
Yeah.
tourists or fucking whatever. And then the 50% of you that are here will infight until one of you decides to leave. So 25% of you are going to be here next year.